The plantation was rotting. The shutters hung crooked, the fields grew wild, and the air itself smelled like damp earth and blood. Master Harlan sat in his study, whiskey burning in his throat, when he heard it again. Tap, tap, tap. Bare feet, slapping against the wood floors. Too light to be a man, too steady to be imagination. Years ago, he had killed that boy, Samuel, no older than 12, just a wiry slave with sharp eyes and a sharper tongue. Samuel had collapsed in the fields, his body too weak to keep picking cotton in the heat. Harlan had dragged him to the oak tree, beating him until the boy stopped screaming. Then, with hands that did not tremble, he pressed his boot down on the boy's throat until it all went silent. He buried him in shallow earth, right there beneath the roots, but the dirt had not kept him. Now, decades later, Samuel was back. At first, it was whispers in the halls, "Master," drawn out in a rasp that carried through the night. Then shadows on the walls that stretched too long, shaped like a child. Soon, the haunting grew cruel. Rats gutted themselves on the kitchen floor. Crops rotted overnight, black and slick. Harlan woke one morning to find muddy handprints pressed against his chest, small, child-sized hands. He tried to drink it away. He tried to pray. But one night, he woke to find Samuel standing at the foot of his bed. The boy's skin was gray, torn open where the whip had once cut him. His neck bent at a sickening angle, bone poking through flesh, where Harlan's boot had snapped it. His eyes were black pits, crawling with worms. "You buried me shallow," Samuel hissed, soil spilling from his mouth. "Now I'll bury you deep." Harlan scrambled from the bed, but the boy was faster. The air grew heavy, thick like mud, and the smell of rot filled his lungs. The sheets twisted around his limbs like ropes. Then came the sound, the slow crunch of dirt as skeletal fingers clawed their way out of the floorboards. Dozens of hands, small, childlike, dragging themselves from beneath the house. They were not just Samuel. Every slave child who had suffered there was with him, their bodies broken, mangled, eyeless, crawling toward their master with a hunger that had waited too long. Harlan screamed as they tore into him. Tiny teeth gnawed his flesh, nails raked his skin, pulling chunks of him away piece by piece. Blood soaked the bed, splattering the walls in thick, wet streaks. His cries rattled the plantation, echoing into the fields. The oak tree stood waiting. By dawn, the house was quiet. Harlan was gone. All that remained was a trail of blood leading to the roots of the tree, where the earth bulged as if something massive had been forced beneath it. The ground pulsed faintly, like a heartbeat. And if you walk past that oak at night, you'll hear it. The sound of children laughing low in the dark. A boy's voice whispering through the branches, "I buried him deep."